Well, my friends, I'm very happy to have Hadley Music Group recording artist Donna Ulisse with me. Welcome to Southern Country.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm happy to do this.
We're here at the Bluegrass Festival, World of Bluegrass in Nashville. You've been bluegrassing for about a year, but I've recognized your name because I told Leo, I said, I know that name. Tell me a little bit of history, and then we'll get into what you're doing now.
Well, I was on Atlantic Records from 91 to 92 and did a fair amount of television, a little bit of radio touring, and they had me out on the road for about a year, and I got to fly all over the country and meet all the DJs. And I got to put out 2 videos, 3 singles, and a really good album before it all came crashing down. But that kind of led me to my writing life. After that all ended, I started writing, and just my natural way of writing, it always ended up being a little bit bluegrass. And being
how do you differentiate when you say a little bit bluegrass? Explain a little bit of bluegrass.
I think it just has an Appalachian sound to it, and I sort of married into bluegrass. My husband is Rick Stanley, who is part of the Stanley family.
Was he standing next to you last night?
Yes, he
there
was.
He was.
Yeah, he was right there. And I'm proud to say that Ralph Stanley and the Clinch Mountain Boys actually played my wedding reception.
Wow.
So I was sort of, led into traditional bluegrass through my husband. And I guess my brand of writing and Rick's brand of writing, sort of this hybrid thing happened, and we came up with what's on the album.
Let's talk about the album, some of the songs on it. And did you write all the songs on the album?
I did.
Wow.
I wrote a fair amount of them. I think 5 of them I wrote by myself, and the rest I co-wrote. Some with my husband, Rick. Okay. Some with a really good writing partner of mine. His name is Mark Rossi. I call him Monday Mark because we write every Monday.
There you go.
And I think the continuity of having everything penned by myself, it gives me something to say on stage, and I don't know, I can emote from a different place because I've penned them myself. So.
Relate to them.
That's
everyone.
Right.
Now, is there a common thread through all those songs that you relate to, or are they just individual songs for each other?
I think the common thread would be honesty.
Honesty.
I had a songwriter friend of mine that I called him my mentor. His name's Kerry Chater. He always told me, write what you know.
Yeah.
If you write what you know and you write it from an honest place, people are going to believe it. And that's what I try to live by anyway.
I ask this question to everybody. Do you have to live it, to write it, to sing it?
No, I'm a borrower.
Okay.
I have had a very long, happy marriage, so as far as heartbreak, I've had to borrow other people's heartbreaks, but I'm not above it now.
And you write about them.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'm not above borrowing them.
Okay.
So, my brother's always afraid to tell me anything going on in his life because he thinks it's going to end up in a song, and it usually does.
Now, have you recorded any old Stanley Brothers music?
I haven't yet.
That's first generation bluegrass there.
I know.
Ooh,
I would love to. One day I'd like to do an album of old bluegrass songs. Right now, my record company, Hadley Music Group, is also my publishing company. So we are, we're sticking to what I write because, they're funding this whole thing for me, and they're my backers, and they're being very generous with me. So we're trying to keep things that are from the catalog right now on the record.
Featured artist, Bluegrass Now column, band to watch.
Isn't that neat?
You're the band to watch?
I'm it.
There you go. Don't
better
get better
watch
than
me.
that. No, better watch that. All right. Co-wrote songs with Claire Lynch.
Yes.
She's great. And Jerry and John.
Claire Lynch and Jerry Salley are going to be appearing on my second album that's coming out in January. They're doing some singing with me on that also. And hopefully we're writing towards my gospel project, which we're going to start recording early spring, and I'm hoping to have a Claire Lynch and Jerry Salley song on there, hopefully, that we've co-written. You can certainly go on my website and find the songs.
Talk to me about your website.
That's right. It's DonnaUlisse.com, DonnaUlisse.com, and it'll lead you to the sites where you can purchase my CD. And also you can visit my MySpace site, which has a lot of neat stuff on it, a lot of personal photos and things like that. And the URL address is Donna Stanley Ulisse.
Talking about the poor mountain boys.
I know.
I saw them perform last night.
Plumb pitiful. Well, we were coming up with a name for the band because this is all new. I am brand new. Last IBMA was my very first IBMA, and my album had only been out 3 weeks, and I didn't know a soul and didn't know how my music was going to be received, and it's just been a great, great year. So, you know, as it should be, I'm putting a band together to start touring. And we were going to do this showcase that I did last night here at the IBMA. And we're, what are we going to name the band?
Yeah.
You know, is it going to be the Donna Ulisse band? And I thought, no, I wanted them to have their own identity. So why not make them poor? So Poor Mountain Boys. But see, I'm gonna work the festival circuit, and they're going to be the Rich Mountain Boys.
There you go.
Lot of moolah.
There you go. How about the Euro Americana chart? Well, you
that
reached
was a
top
surprise.
10.
I have to say, when we launched this CD, I had no idea that I still had fans in Europe. And those fans never forget you. They were so excited that I was an artist again. They're still playing my old Atlantic album over there all the time. And when this one came out, it was so great to know that I wasn't forgotten. And they love the new stuff. They don't mind me being bluegrass at all. It's really being received well over there.
Fans are fans.
Fans are fans for life.
Go.